अमर्त्या ने सब कुछ बाय द बुक किया। उसने हमें मे में ज्वाइन कर लिया। उसके बाद पढ़ाई के लिए एम्पल टाइम था। वो सारे टॉपिक्स टेस्ट दे पाया, वो रिवीजन कर पाया, वो मॉक टेस्ट दे पाया और उसका रिजल्ट ये था कि वो आईएसआई पहुंच गया। तो अपने कॉलेज के थर्ड ईयर के साथ भी आप कैसे आईएसआई पहुंच सकते हो, अमर्त्या की स्टोरी उसकी टेस्टिमनी है। सो लेट्स हियर फ्रॉम अमर्त्या हाउ ही क्रैक्ड आईएसआई एमएसक्यूई 2026।
Hello everyone, and today we are with Amartya. Amartya has just made it to his dream college, ISI, and the dream college of probably everyone. So Amartya, many congratulations, and let's start by sharing where are you from, and give us your background.
Thank you so much. Starting about where I'm from, I have completed my economics honors from Shriram College of Commerce, Delhi University. Before that, I did my schooling from Ghaziabad in Kendra.
Okay, so you're a Delhi boy. By my college, you're from.
Yes, sir.
Nice. How was your preparation journey? When did you start preparing? Let's start with that.
I started around the beginning of third year, like most of my peers. After second year, we get a summer break. So
Yeah.
from that point only, I started following through all the materials with the coaching. Since I had taken the self-paced course, I was following all the recordings that were provided. They are doing topic tests regularly so that I can also evaluate how I'm doing.
So you used to take the topic tests regularly, like follow the schedule of
Yes,
the topic tests.
yes, surely.
Oh, that's good to know. And how did that help you? Like, did you, because topic tests were mainly to see that whatever we are doing in classes was that understood. It was kind of not a test, but more of an evaluation that you should have understood what is happening in today's class. So, did that help you in analyzing?
Yeah, it surely helped me a lot. I looked at it more in a revision way than a test way, as you said.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
helped me to revise concepts and also make sure that I am on the right track and following all that has been going.
Yeah, that was the purpose. So you started well into end of your second year, and you were following from the beginning. So that must have given you a decent amount of time by the time exam started, because you started right on time. So were you able to, like, we also give a schedule, since you were in self-paced, you were not doing regular classes, but were you following the schedule, or because the topic tests were according to that schedule?
I was following them, like not always able to follow them, but I was trying
Yeah.
to follow them to the best of what I could.
Okay. So, by how much time, by when did you think, your basics were covered? Like, once your syllabus was done.
The thing is, like most of the topics that are uh, to be done for all these entrances are like from second year only. So a lot of
Yeah.
was done from there. And
Yes.
then in third year, it's mostly not the topics that we require
No.
a lot in mass
No.
for the entrances. So a lot of our basics were from second year already done. Then a lot of me moving through the course of my self-paced course was in a sense a revision and also reinforcing all the concepts. So I would
Hmm.
say till about the um till about Jan, I believe I was like pretty solid with all the topics, everything.
Hmm. And what were
Because
your
since
strength
I had
areas and weak areas? Like, which subject you thought you were good at, and which subject, you thought you needed more work?
I'm more inclined towards quantitative subjects, so
Oh,
maths and micro were uh,
better for
comparatively
you.
easier for me, and
Hmm.
macro was a subject where I was struggling a little. But
Okay. All right. And okay, so by Jan, you thought that you had your syllabus under your belt once you had looked at everything. So then, how did Jam go for you, and how did that impact you? Did you give Jam?
yeah, I appeared in Jam Gate as both of them. So I had given all the previous year question papers for them in the name of preparation. Also given the mock tests that were provided by EduSure. So I that was a really good preparation help for those entrances, and like as you also know that I secured rank 33 in Jam and 11 in
Yeah.
Gate. So they helped a lot.
So that must be a big booster, like, right? That
Yes,
okay,
a
you
confidence
are.
booster.
Yeah. I mean, that means that you are somewhere amongst your peers. So that is a good testimony. And then, so proceeding, so you did well. You finished a syllabus. Things went on track. Anything that went haywire for you? Were college studies, college exams coming in the middle? What were the downs for you? Because right now this seems like a very perfect journey. So
Yeah, that's something I was going to say earlier. But yeah, since it is a self-paced I was able to manage better because some places I could rush my syllabus the way I felt comfortable because, as I said, maths and micro, I'm very much
Mm,
comfortable in. So I was doing them way quicker, like
mm,
more topics or videos per day than usually the schedule would be. So in both my fifth and sixth semester, I had some hiccups due to
mm,
like college work because the college work also is a lot. Sometimes you have to write research paper and stuff for assignments, mini research papers. So all those took a lot of time, internal tests. So I was like skipping a part of schedule when I had to prepare for college stuff and
mm,
then rushing it in my own pace
mm,
whenever I got that time. So it was a
mm,
lot of up and down, sometime pauses, then sometime completing a lot
mm,
of videos in short amount of time, then
mm.
sometimes being a bit relaxed and doing it a bit more in a relaxed, chill
But
manner.
seems like still you still maintained the schedule. Like you still tried to do something. Like did you study every day? Was that something that you did?
Um, Not for entrances every day, but sometimes college work, sometimes entrance work. As
Okay.
much time as I could get, I was trying to put it anywhere I could.
Mm. So you, matlab, depending on what's the priority. If your priority was
Yeah.
college, you would spend time there. If you had time, you would, come to entrances. So self-paced gave you that flexibility that okay, you're not all right. So that sounds good. And then specifically for let's come to the main one, the ISI exam. So specifically for ISI, what do you think, gave you that edge that today you are, you have one of those 50 seats that everybody wants. Did you prepare for PB very well? Did you give special importance to that, or did you just solve a lot of questions, or did you do the syllabus? What did you think that you did well?
Talk about syllabus since it was already completed very solidly till Jan. On all I had to do was revise my notes. I had separate registers for all the subjects as usual. Revising the notes, giving first of all I prioritized giving previous year questions and then moving on to mocks. So and in that I used to give multiple PAs in a day, sometimes like two PAs, one PB in a day, or maybe some days only
Okay.
giving PBs
So did you do it
because
in a timed manner that
yeah, I used to put a stopwatch on my phone so
hmm,
to do it within that time.
hmm,
Um, so yeah, I used, but and since PB has three times the weightage of PA, I was trying to analyze something and like intertemporal consumption, a question of it always
yeah,
comes in PB. So
yeah,
that was something that even on the day of exam, we got like hour and a half of gap. I quickly went through a few intertemporal questions in that time slot as well
okay.
to like quickly just refresh it because for past few days before ISI, there was some issues because health issues because of which I was not able to study properly. So I utilized
Oh,
that 1.5 hour of time to revise intertemporal consumption because I knew like analyzing previous year paper that is a high
is it the
weightage
question
subject.
every year? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. So ISI does do that. If you can identify the ones that come every year, they do have a tendency of repeating. They don't repeat questions, but concepts do get repeated.
they surely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So did you focus on those more while preparing
Yeah,
for?
I mean, this was only one that I focused on as such. Otherwise, I was just trying to give the papers as much as I could, practicing as many questions as I could. My focus was on doing a huge volume of questions. So just so that I can have a lot of different ways of thinking for a lot of different question types.
And did you do the DSE questions also along with ISI questions, or was it
I
just
I
ISI?
tried a few DSC papers as well. Yeah,
Okay, you tried a few DSE papers. Okay. And what about the mocks? Because this time I got a little feedback that my mocks were a little too tough. So please tone it down. So did you also find that, or was it okay for
I
you?
mean it's good that mocks were tough because this year ISI was also tough
Ah, okay.
than the previous years. So I would say that mocks are actually on a pretty decent level for ISI preparation.
All right. Okay. And what else? Any advice that you give? Because a lot of people who do it like you with their college in their third year usually struggle a lot with time management. And I hear this a lot that ma'am kab padhe, kaise padhe, college exams hai, this, that. So, any advice for people? Did you kind of utilize your weekends well? Or, anything that you can tell them that, okay, this is the sort of routine you can follow, which you can manage studies with college also.
I don't ever follow a particular routine. I just try as much time as I can get. As you said, weekends. Most probably, if there are no exams on Monday or Tuesday, internal exams, then I would put in a lot of time on weekends.
Hmm.
revising from time to time is also one important thing, because you tend to forget some concepts which you are not facing in. If you're now on PYQs or mocks, then not all topics will be covered in each PYQ or each
Mm.
paper. So
Correct.
revising all the concepts again and again helps a lot, because you have been focusing on a few concepts which have been recurring for maybe a few years of papers, and then suddenly a new paper comes where there are topics that you haven't touched in a while because you are just not revising. So revising also helps a lot in that manner. For time management, I have never been one to manage time in a proper schedule. I find time, I just put it in any
Okay.
work that is on my priority list at that point.
Okay, wonderful. And did you spend more time doing certain topics which you felt are important or something? Or did you just do depending on what you feel right now you need to work on?
I used to try ki I'll do a few topics of each subject, an alternative, and not do entire maths, then entire micro, two few
Okay.
topics of math, then micro. Keep them all on a similar level moving forward,
Uh,
and that and Indian economy and all those more theoretical side subjects, I kept them for last, because
yeah.
that's the way I will be able to remember them better for exams.
Correct, 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 correct. Okay. Okay, Amartya, thank you so much for your time. And I'm sure this is going to be helpful. I hope it pushes people to become regular and start early, because a lot of them take September, October to think, okay, chalo, now let's prepare. So, I hope it pushes people to kind of start early and give themselves that little, a few months of stressless study, because you don't have exam pressure that time. So it's kind of stressless study, kind of study the topics that you are weak at. You don't have to rush in the end or be scared in the end. You can, like you said, you can study that time according to your pace. That okay, if my game theory is weak, I can give it time. If my macro is weak, I can give it time. So you have that time. So great. Thank you so much, Amartya.